From iconic youth to present-day looks, some of these 60s and 70s songstresses have changed beyond recognition. You have to see it to believe it. Karen Carpenter possessed the most melancholic voice of the 70s, drumming her way into history with the Carpenters. Yet, behind the hits, she privately battled anorexia nervosa, a condition barely understood at the time, dropping to a terrifying 91 pounds. Her heart tragically failed in 1983, bringing a shocking end to the duo. Diana Ross defined the Motown sound as the lead of the Supremes before launching a massive solo empire. Known for her demanding diva reputation, she famously performed through a torrential lightning storm in Central Park in 1983 without flinching. Today, she still commands the stage with massive hair and sequins, defying time. Dame Shirley Bassey is the only singer to record 3 James Bond theme songs, immortalizing Goldfinger with her lung-busting power. She famously claimed she never had a vocal lesson, relying purely on instinct and adrenaline to hit those notes. Now living in Monte Carlo, she recently auctioned her jewelry collection for millions. Nancy Sinatra walked all over the charts with her 1966 anthem, "These Boots Are Made for Walkin'," escaping her father Frank's massive shadow. She later shocked the public by posing for Playboy at age 54, proving her rebellious streak never faded. Currently, she manages the family archives and stays surprisingly active on Twitter. Lynn Anderson brought country to the pop charts with her Grammy-winning global smash Rose Garden. However, her later years were marred by legal troubles, including multiple DUI arrests and a chaotic restraining order violation involving Harry Potter books. She continued performing until shortly before she passed away from a heart attack in 2015. Linda Ronstadt dominated the 70s rock scene, earning the title Queen of Rock and famously dating Governor Jerry Brown. Tragically, her Blue Bayou vocals were silenced by progressive supranuclear palsy, a rare brain disorder that stripped away her ability to sing. Now retired in San Francisco, she communicates through her memoirs. Joan Baez used her piercing soprano voice as a weapon for civil rights, famously marching with Dr. King and performing at Woodstock while pregnant. After a lifetime of activism and a complicated romance with Bob Dylan, she finally retired from touring, shifting her artistic focus to painting portraits of political figures. Chaka Khan earned the title Queen of Funk with Rufus before smashing charts with I'm Every Woman. After years of battling prescription drug addiction, she entered rehab in 2013 alongside Lindsay Lohan to regain control of her life. Today, she is clean, visibly slimmer, and still hitting those whistle notes at festivals. Yvonne Elliman became a star as Mary Magdalene in Jesus Christ Superstar and topped charts with the disco hit If I Can't Have You. She vanished from music for decades to raise a family, only to make headlines in 2017 for a drug possession arrest in Guam. She has since returned to performing. Dusty Springfield brought American soul to the UK, delivering the timeless Son of a Preacher Man with her signature beehive hair. Her career was often derailed by alcohol abuse and struggles with her sexuality during a less accepting era. After a late career revival with the Pet Shop Boys, she passed away in 1999. Helen Reddy became the voice of second-wave feminism with her empowering anthem, I Am Woman, famously thanking God as she during her Grammy acceptance. Later in life, she completely stepped away from the spotlight after being diagnosed with Addison's disease and dementia. She lived in a care facility until passing away in 2020. Tanya Tucker hit #1 with Delta Dawn at just 13, but quickly earned a wild child reputation, fueled by cocaine and a volatile relationship with Glenn Campbell. After decades of tabloid drama, she staged a miraculous comeback, winning her first original song Grammys in 2020 with help from Brandi Carlile. Natalie Cole stepped out of her father. Nat King Cole's shadow by engineering the digital duet Unforgettable, sweeping the Grammys. Behind the glamour, she fought a brutal war with heroin that led to hepatitis C and a kidney transplant from a fan. She continued touring despite health battles until her death in 2015. Janis Joplin redefined rock with her raw, whiskey-soaked vocals, famously clutching a bottle of Southern Comfort on stage. Her explosive rise was cut short when she joined the tragic 27 Club, dying alone in a hotel room from a heroin overdose just weeks before releasing her masterpiece album, Pearl, in 1970. Nina Simone used her piano to fight for civil rights with songs like Mississippi Goddamn, earning the title High Priestess of Soul. Her brilliance was often overshadowed by undiagnosed bipolar disorder, once leading her to shoot at a record executive she accused of stealing royalties. She spent her final years in France before passing in 2003. Debbie Harry became the face of New York punk with Blondie, blending disco and rock on Heart of Glass. She famously claims she once accepted a ride from serial killer Ted Bundy before escaping his car in the early 70s. Now in her late 70s, she refuses to retire, actively touring worldwide. Grace Slick was the acid rock queen of Jefferson Airplane, commanding the stage with White Rabbit. A true rebel, she once planned to spike President Nixon's tea with LSD during a White House invitation alumni event. She retired from music in the late 80s, declaring that old people shouldn't be on stage, and now paints. Loretta Lynn wrote the book on autobiographical country music, turning her poverty-stricken childhood into coal miner's daughter. She fearlessly released controversial tracks like The Pill, which got her banned from radio stations across the conservative South. After a stroke in 2017, she stepped back from public life and passed away in 2022.